All right, how's it going, folks? This video is just the first impressions of the Petrograd Type 1 hook knives. They both came in these plastic, I guess, covers when they arrived in the mail, and they both came with these nice brown sheaths. I got a lefty and a righty. So I'm a righty, so I'm going to primarily use that kind of as my gauge for this initial impression video today. And then what I'll do after this video is I'll use them for a while and then give my final thoughts in a review video. But so here we go. This is the first time I've ever used it. And this is cherry that has been drying for about a week in a bag of wood chips. So it's almost mostly dry. Well, I could say right out the box, this is sharp, and I really like this bevel. I don't know if you can see that bevel. Almost like a nice raindrop shape. I like that. I like that a lot for this small spoon. I think one of the things that stood out to these knives, or one of the things about these knives that stood out to me right away was just, to me, I like the smaller all-around shape. In general for hook knives, I'm more on the small side. I'm not like a Tuka Cam type guy with the bigger knives. And this actually, I'm really impressed right now. I didn't know what to expect, but definitely like the edge geometry, blade curve that I like. Let's try this lefty. I don't usually use a separate hook knife for this, but when I do use a double-sided hook knife, I just flip and do this. Once again, making nice shavings. And this is on mostly dry cherry too, so look how small, thin, and feathery those are coming out. That's pretty nice. Let's try a bigger spoon here. What we get when we come across. You can see nice big shavings coming right off. I'm actually really impressed for a knife right out of the box. I think one of the things I like, no pointy tip. No pointy tip, that's a big one. Second of all, I like the width of the blade is uniform and rather slim, which to me always makes a difference for a knife. I have a Svante Jarv, and his knife is kind of like this too, nice and thin, and the maneuverability is just awesome compared to the Mora. And I like how this, you can just see it just wants to peel off long, consistent shavings. It doesn't have an angle that's too aggressive, so it doesn't try to just dig down and into it. And it's not dull. This is great. I'm actually really impressed. This will definitely be going into my regular lineup of knives to use or take places. So, initial impressions are actually just wow. Petrograd tools. That's pretty good. Now I'll give them the test of the long term. Use them, sharpen them, strap them, see how they work after some more consistent use. But my initial impressions right now, pretty good. Love the handle size. Actually is like really nice for the types of grips I like. Good for choking up on, getting close to the blade. Also, not completely flat, but not completely round. I like that. A lot of good leverage to come off of that handle shape. But anyway, so my initial impressions from using them, would I buy them? Yes, I think so. I would put this right up with the Mora 164 at this point. And definitely advantageous in some other ways because of that blade width. It's a little more slender, so you can get a little bit more turn. And I'm just really, honestly, I'm really impressed with just the shavings that are coming out. They're long, they're skinny, they're light. I mean, that's what you want. You don't want something that digs down too much, and you don't want something that isn't really digging in. So anyway, so far, initial impressions, Type 1 Petrograd hook knives, great stuff.